mic over to the Gaib, to Coney from Gaib, so that he can tell all you guys about how he's revolutionizing the GPU space.
Thank you. GM, good morning. Any Dune fans here? Great. Lisan Al Gaib, that's where the name come from, in case you don't know. So we present three things that we do. GPU, AI, bond, which means the financialization perspective of that. Let me get the controller first, sorry. So what Gaib is doing, we're enabling a creation of new type of yield-bearing asset on-chain backed by real AI demand. And why should you care? The reason is actually very simple. We're in the AI era, and which is the next technical platform shift being driven by AI after the mobile, internet, and cloud era. In the AI era, what captures most value? Well, it's the compute. Compute is the new currency. And what powers can compute? It's a computation asset. These are the GPUs, which are capturing most of the values in AI supply chain these days. And under the global rate cutting cycle, right, Donald Trump is pushing for it. Well, we will see that the yield is going to come down. What next? Where do we find yield? Well, GPUs can be a very good alternative asset in this asset class. If you listen to what Jensen is doing, right? He's saying that $1 investment in the GPU in 4 years, you're gonna get $7 back. That equates to more than 100% APR. You cannot find these assets in any other asset types. And the problem is, well, with such high yield, how do we get into it? How do we get access to GPU? How do we get access to computation asset class? Well, right now, there's no market for you to have direct exposure. You can only invest into them through indirect investments like NVIDIA stock. What Gaib is doing right now is break these down, carrying these barriers, and creating new markets. Through financializing and tokenizing GPU assets, we want to create a new type of yield-bearing asset that allow you to have direct exposure. Think about directly investing into these GPU that give you 100% yield these days. Well, it's kind of amazing, right? And with that, we're going to introduce AID, synthetic AI dollar. So it is the first AI synthetic dollar in the world that is basically backed by a portfolio of different types of tokenizing GPUs, giving actual yield, actual asset on blockchain. Where right now, you cannot see it anywhere. So with that, why can we do it? It's actually very simple. We're a team of AI, crypto, and traditional finance professionals. We're the operator. We have our partners have a cloud company. We know the space. We know everybody here. So that's how our mode and edge compared to other people. And also, as I mentioned, we have the access to the GPUs. We have access to the capital. So that's how we differ from other people. Well, yeah. So with that, I would like to conclude the sharing here. So we're tokenizing GPUs, bringing on-chain, bringing actual AI yield on-chain to different chains, especially Plume here. So pay attention, anybody who wants real yield, to follow us and pay attention to us. And I would like to conclude with a famous saying from Dune: "He who controls compute controls the universe." Thank you. Oh, sure. Yeah, open to questions.
We'll field some audience questions right now. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
So do you own these GPUs, or it's an aggregation layer that you have for GPUs?
We don't own the GPUs. We work with all the cloud companies, data centers globally to, tokenize them and bring them on-chain. So right now we have a pipeline of around $2 billion asset to be tokenized and bring on-chain in the coming 2 years. And we don't own them.
And is this AI synthetic dollar that you have? It's an algorithm stablecoin, right?
It is not algorithm. It's backed by real-world assets.
But yeah, it would be algorithm, but because you would be having to map the $1 price for that. So if you have a bigger demand, so you cut down something. If you have low supply, so you have to.
Oh, it's actually not. It's more like a portfolio of tokenizing assets. For example, there's $100 of tokenized assets on chain. Then will be $100 of AID, basically.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the audience? No? All good. All right, everybody, please give Tony a round of applause.